I want you to send the middle finger out to anybody who makes you feel like a sellout for experiencing new beginnings. And you're gonna send them the middle finger by living your best life and not apologizing for it. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Victoria's Reveries, and welcome back to part 2 of episode 5 of the Cozy Calendar podcast. Part 1 was all about warnings and telltale cautionary tales that you should have in mind when it comes to new beginnings, and part 2 is all about embracing new beginnings. While the first part was more like a lesson on what not to do, this is very much a lesson and a nudge in the right direction for someone who is experiencing new beginnings and who wants to know what they should look forward to. So before anything else, and without further ado, make sure that you've subscribed to this channel. Make sure that if you find value here, that you watch all the way till the end, and that you like this video. If you like the video, like the video. If you don't like the video, like the video.
Guys, make sure that if you like this video, that you like the video, and comment below. Let us know.
If you like the video, like the video.
Like the video. If you don't like the video, like the video. Okay, you like the video.
Without further ado, new beginnings, the beauty of new beginnings. It's so great to know that in life there is a situation, there's a chance for hope, because sometimes we come across things in life that put us down for such a long time that we forget to just be a baseline human being. That might speak very directly to someone who's faced the realities of depression and anxiety, and especially if it was in a clinical manner. We all have experienced levels of sadness in our lives. I believe if you've had a normal life experience, you know what it feels like to be sad. But I don't know if everybody can quite say that they know what it feels like to be so sad, so alone, so depressed, that you actually desire death, that you actually desire to end things and to unalive yourself for the sake of YouTube. I'll just say that, to unalive yourself. And many people get very critical when it comes to the realities of suicidal ideation, not knowing that when you're at that point, you're not thinking about the pain you probably go through. You're not thinking about that. You're thinking about how much relief you're actually going to experience. But that aside, I'm not going to put a damper on this video, even though what I've said is true and valid. Let's talk about the new beginnings. I said that to say that when you've gone through all of that, you most definitely deserve to experience joy. You deserve to experience bliss. And honestly, as I tell this to you, it's kind of what I tell myself as well, because I've had a very interesting few years, and a lot of those moments felt very sad, very isolating, very alone. And so when I finally got the experience of a new beginning, it felt surreal. When you're in your darkest of days, you hear a lot of people saying and encouraging you by saying you're very close to the new beginning, you're very close. But when you're in it, it feels so real, it feels so daunting. How could you ever be close to anything so spectacular and so magnificent? I just remembered that I haven't shared my drink for the day for the second time. This is my second bottle. If you've already watched part 1, you know that I was drinking water today, because I unfortunately don't have enough time to brew tea or to have a cup of coffee. But water is our drink for the day. Water is life. This is not a sponsored post. But like I was saying, when you have had difficult times, it's only fair to yourself to want to seek better for yourself. But by the time you've gotten to a stage of your healing journey where you're looking forward to new beginnings, you might be in such an emotionally exhausted state that you're not too sure where to turn, you're not too sure what you should even look forward to anymore. In my situation, last year I dealt with a new beginning, and by and large, it was something that was supposed to make me so excited. It was a new step and a new chapter of my life. But because it had happened with the background of a lot of pain, the background of a lot of hurt on my part, I felt hurt. Because of all of those things tainted my experience of this new beginning. And the new beginning wasn't what I had imagined it would be. It ended up being like a version of a new beginning that felt bittersweet. It didn't feel completely sweet. So what are the things that would make new beginnings feel sweet? What are the things that, if you have taken control and you are looking forward to new beginnings and you have taken heed to the warnings I've shared with you in part 1, what are the things that you should look forward to? The first thing I would say is that mindset is everything. When it comes to changing your life, when it comes to seeking new and different things, our minds are a creature of habit, and that means that we are more likely to fall for what is familiar than what is new, regardless of whether it's good for us or not. So when it comes to mindset and the mindset of new beginnings, I would really urge you to look out for new attitudes that you can embrace that will lead you into the right direction of what to do and what not to do. Let me give you an example. Of course, it's fitness related. If you want to have a new fitness journey and you want a new beginning for yourself, you've had a bad relationship with your body, you're always talking poorly about yourself and how you look, and you're never really ever appreciating your body, one new attitude adjustment that you can have for a new beginning is a shift in your mindset where you say, okay, I'm not where I want to be physically in terms of how I aesthetically look and what my physique looks like, but I deserve to change my life from a point of self-love. So I'm going to stop calling myself ugly, disgusting, undesirable, and I'm going to tell myself, you have a body that works, your heart is pumping, your body has defense mechanisms that protect you on a day-to-day. You don't have disease manifesting in your body. So you know what? I'm going to reward myself, and I'm going to reward this body by taking it to the gym, by working out at home, whatever the case may be. That tiny attitude adjustment is everything. So this person who's going to the gym, the first scenario that is, a person who's going to the gym with a lot of self-hate and a lot of castigation could never enjoy the gym, because that is a very sad state to be in, vis-a-vis the person who's excited for the gym, who's waiting to go to the gym and make themselves feel good and appreciate their body. Attitude is everything when it comes to new beginnings. The second thing to look forward to when it comes to new beginnings is you've experienced a version of yourself that now was in misalignment, and now you're trying to take control and you're trying to experience better things. When we expose ourselves to new stimuli, we become new creatures. That's really the baseline of evolution, that when organisms are exposed to a particular environment, the environment can either set them to thrive or it can set them up for failure. And when it comes to having new experiences, new routines and such, we inevitably are being exposed to new environments, and that means that we're either going to, like the organisms, mutate into a better state of survival and existence, or we're going to fall off and die, figuratively speaking. And in this situation, when you have a new beginning, because you're experiencing so many new things, you're going to inevitably start to change. And like I told you with the last episode on taking control, these small minuscule changes, these tiny changes that feel unnoticeable, are the things that actually lead and compound us into complete overhaul of ourselves, into a complete new experience of who we are. And because of this, I really want to urge you, right? I want to share with you something, that because you are changing and you're going to need to learn how to embrace your new self. when you have a new beginning in your life, you're not gonna be the same old version of yourself. And a lot of people don't like to be told that they've changed, but change is good. It would be terrible if you're stagnating. And in fact, stagnation is quite an illusion, because time is moving forward, evolution is moving forward, but you're stagnating. So are you really stagnating, or are you truly regressing? Now, when it comes to embracing yourself anew, there's going to be things about you that are going to develop, and you're going to have to forgive yourself for anything that happens that makes you feel like you're such a different version of yourself. There's a lot of guilt that can come with new beginnings for people who are around other people who don't get the privilege of experiencing those new beginnings, or who didn't work for the new beginnings you're experiencing. I think most of you have heard of the term sellout. A lot of people get called out for being sellouts, and I think I've seen it especially in the YouTube world. A YouTuber comes up, and let's say their lifestyle changes quite a lot because they have a lot of income coming their way, and then all of a sudden their fan base stands on them and tells them that you're a sellout. I think a lot of that comes from envy, and in turn it makes this YouTuber, this influencer, whatever, have an attitude of feeling apologetic for the new beginnings in their life, feeling like they are not worthy, or they don't deserve to share this, and they start to feel like they are a sellout. So they start to act like they are sorry for what they have, and they start to feel like they're not an authentic version of themselves. I want you to drop your guard. I want you to send the middle finger out to anybody who makes you feel like a sellout for experiencing new beginnings. Anybody who wasn't with you in your times of trouble, in your times where you were experiencing agony and grief and pain and misalignment, and experiencing the tension and the discomfort of your growth. Those people do not deserve to sit with you when it comes to appreciating the new beginnings. And if any one of them tries to put a damper on this new wave, this new era that you're experiencing, I think it's safe to say that those people probably didn't wish the best for you, and they didn't have your best interests at heart. And you're gonna send them the middle finger by living your best life and not apologizing for it. Another aspect that is very important when it comes to becoming a new person is learning to love the things about you that come up. When you become a new person, you gain new hobbies, new interests, you're walking in life with new attitudes. I want you to send love to that person who you're becoming, that version of yourself that is forging forward even though they weren't sure how they were going to start in the beginning. I want you to love yourself no matter how different you start to look from where you usually are, and how different you start to feel. I want you to not guilt trip yourself for any good thing that comes your way. It gets to be easy, and you are allowed to enjoy the ease, you are allowed to enjoy the comfort, and you don't even have to have had a tumultuous journey to get to this point. You owe nobody struggle. And I'm so happy that in the internet there's a conversation going on how we can't continue to romanticize struggle and to make it become the thing that makes us worthy of blessings. You can't romanticize struggle. It's not romantic. It just can't happen. And yes, there are lessons that we can value, but that doesn't mean that you should go out of your way looking for lessons and looking for life to beat you down so that you can have a sob story that makes you feel worthy of experiencing good things in life. Yeah, you just can't do that. And I know that was a bit passionate and that was a mouthful, but I want you to just be free in fully accepting yourself in the skin that you're in, with the experiences you have, and don't guilt trip yourself for anything. Thirdly, in line with what I have just said, when it comes to new beginnings, I urge you to just look at the bright side of things. I urge you to look outside of the discomfort that comes with the new beginnings, let's say the new workouts, the new routines, the new waking up early. Look at the other side of it. Embrace the joy, embrace the lightness, embrace the fact that you cut some dead ends off, that you don't have to talk to toxic people anymore, that you don't have to be at their beck and call anymore, that you don't have to be on the receiving end of their unending chatter or their unending slander. You don't have to do that anymore, and you deserve the seat in this table that you have so graciously worked hard for. And that means that you should give yourself the chance to be happy. Give yourself the chance to enjoy. No matter what you went through or didn't go through, a new beginning is something that we all get to have. When a seed is planted in the soil, we don't see the seed fighting to exist, seeking permission to be deserving of a new life and a new beginning and a new plant. The plant just blooms, the plant just grows. As human beings, we've had to have so many hang-ups to survive in the world. We've had to have so many social hang-ups to exist in society. But now I just want you to drop your guard down and allow yourself to experience new beginnings. Allow yourself to dream and be wild and think, what do I even want to do? What do I deserve to do? What do I feel like doing? And from that baseline, you can find the things that truly make you happy, and you can start to truly seize them and truly appreciate them without letting anyone's negative talk, negative influences inside, because you've heeded to what I said in the first part of this episode. You're not letting any negativity and any unfair judgments on your journey come and interrupt the joy that you're experiencing. You have to be very selfish about your peace now. You have to be very selfish about your joy. You have to be very selfish about the things that you love and the things that you now are embracing. So don't let anyone take away that. There's a joy and a beauty to new beginnings. It's almost like falling in love for the first time when you're seeing this beautiful experience and you're just like, wow, this is beautiful. I don't want to let go of this. So I urge you to not let go of any of the new beginnings that are coming into your life, and that you should appreciate them and seize them and savor them fully. The fourth thing I'd like to let you know that you should fully seize and look forward to when it comes to new beginnings is internal peace. When you've cut some dead ends off, you've lived a little, you've fought a little, you've gone through misalignment, you've gone through agony, you've cried. When you find peace, you appreciate it. There's people who have had the privilege of having a very easy life, which I think is very beautiful. It's a blessing to have a very easy life. And very easy doesn't necessarily mean financially, because you could have a life where you're financially comfortable, but there's a lot of stress and unease in that life. And so don't get the two confused. But I was saying that there's people who have the privilege of having a very easy life. And that's by all means a blessing. I don't want what I'm about to say next to make it look like that's not a blessing. But at the same time, because these people have had nothing but ease occur to them, they don't always appreciate the ease they have, because it's never had the opportunity to be contrasted with anything different. So if you've never had a sad day, when you have happy days, you don't get to appreciate just how good they are. But when you've had sad days, days where you're crying, days where you're sad, everything feels so gray, everything is just, you're living your life in grayscale. You're living your life in grayscale, and it's very sad. But now when you start living your life in color again, the color feels so vibrant. The color feels so vibrant. It feels so juicy, so magical. You even feel like you're not on earth anymore. And why is that? It's because you are experiencing an internal peace that is beyond what words could explain. Peace beyond understanding. Peace beyond human understanding. It reminds me of this section of the Bible that says something like, be anxious for nothing and be grateful, because God will give you a peace that surpasses human understanding when you adopt an attitude of peace and when you adopt an attitude of gratitude. That rhymed. When you adopt an attitude of gratitude, you get a peace that is beyond any human understanding. And as a bonus point, let me actually just digress into this section a little bit. Do you know how much gratitude changes things? Do you know how much gratitude changes things? You could have a really bad day and then sit down. I gratitude journal. It's something that I've done for a while now, but I fell off, I think, the whole of 2022. I did it a lot in 2021, and I'd start my day with writing down at least 3 things I'm grateful for. Now I write about 10. They just flow. When you start approaching life from a point of gratitude, it just feels like there's nothing to complain about anymore. You could go from being super grumpy to just writing down, thank you God that I got up this morning. Thank you, God, for the meal I've had. Thank you, God, for my makeup looks especially amazing today. Thank you, God, for this. Thank you, God, for that. And then it anchors you, and you just are feeling like, wow, I have so much to be grateful for. And the thing about gratitude is when you are grateful, you are given more things to be grateful for. And that's why I resumed my gratitude journaling, because I was going through a change, and in that change I started observing I was going through ups and downs, yo-yo movements, which are normal in life. But when I approach my day from a point of gratitude, you can't stop me. I'm just unstoppable because I'm so happy. No one can ruin my day. In between leaving the house and coming back, nothing can stop my day, especially let's say when I've worked out and then I'm happy and I've gratitude journaled and my morning routine has gone smoothly. I am sorry, you can throw whatever may come my way. It's gonna be very difficult to set me off. On the opposite end of the spectrum, when I haven't gratitude journaled, I haven't worked out, I've not done anything in my routine, things tend to go haywire for me. So with that said, I wish you all the peace and the bliss that you truly deserve in exploring new beginnings, in getting to know yourself more. As a parting shot, I would say that one of the most beautiful things when it comes to new beginnings is just truly being proud of the life you're creating. I can say that in my own journey, I'm not even nearly where I would want to be, but I am so proud of the way I have been able to step into and to lean into my healing journey. And it hasn't been linear in any way, shape, or form. But with the episodes I've been rolling out, these are experiences I've had, right? I'm proud of myself for consciously choosing to be in alignment. I'm proud of myself for consciously choosing peace. I'm proud of consciously choosing the people who are good for me, the people who have shown me nothing but love, nothing but value, nothing but appreciation for the person that I am. And I'm glad that I've released the people who don't show up for me, the people who are selfish but don't want to show me the love that I show them, the people who critique me to the point of self-hate. I'm glad that I don't have to deal with that anymore. And as I come to the end of this video, going through these steps has made me so proud of myself, even without reaching the pinnacles of material success that I want to, even without reaching the pinnacles of purpose and the things I want to do. I am proud of just being able to get up and being able to create a life that I truly, truly love, because I'm so happy that I actually get to actively choose, that I'm not letting people choose for me, that I'm not letting the default settings and being on autopilot be the thing that chooses my life for me. I am choosing my life consciously, and I think there is a sense of aliveness and a sense of pride that just automatically comes into your life just by choosing things, just by doing your best and by being in alignment. It is a shift unlike any other. And with that, I have come to the end of this lovely video. I've come to the end of part 2 of episode 5, which is all about embracing new beginnings. And with that, I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you courage, I wish you peace of mind, and I wish you self-trust as you approach the new beginnings that are in your life. Only you know the dead ends that you've been keeping around for too long. Only you know where you have become complacent. Only you know where you need to make adjustments and to shift things around for you to embrace newness and for you to no longer be stuck in a rut. And with that, I wish you nothing but love and see you next time. I hope you enjoy the vlogs I have coming up soon. I hope you've been enjoying the content so far. I would love if you guys went out of your way to share with me what you think about the new setup, the new energy we've been experiencing, the new intro and outro, the chapterization. I'm really trying to do my thing when it comes to the YouTubes these days. I'm really trying to do my thing, and I hope that that energy is being conveyed. But most importantly, outside of all of those aesthetic things, I hope that you are able to take this message and to impact your life in big and small ways. I love you so much, and see you next time. Mwah. Take care. Bye. Oh.